Hello, welcome to the FRQ of the day. So hope you're doing good. So let's see if you can figure out this one. This is from the 2011 Form B FRQ number 2. So this one says, people with acrophobia, fear of heights, sometimes enroll in therapy sessions to help them overcome this fear. Typically, 7 or 8 therapy sessions are needed before improvement is noticed. A study was conducted to determine whether the drug D-cycloserine, used in combination with fewer therapy sessions, would help people with acrophobia overcome this fear. Each of 27 people who participated in the study received a pill before each of 2 therapy sessions. 17 of the 27 people were randomly assigned to receive a D-cycloserine pill, and the remaining 10 received a placebo. After the 2 therapy sessions, none of the 27 people received additional pills or therapy. 3 months after the administration of the pills and the 2 therapy sessions, each of the 27 people were evaluated to see if he or she had improved. Part A, was this study an experiment or an observational study? Provide an explanation to support your answer. Part B, when the data was analyzed, the D-cycloserine group showed statistically significantly more improvement than the placebo group did. Based on this result, would the researchers be justified in concluding that the D-cycloserine pill in 2 therapy sessions are as beneficial as 8 therapy sessions without the pill? Justify your answer. And Part C, a newspaper article that summarized the results of the study did not explain how it was determined which people received the D-cycloserine and which received the placebo. Suppose the researchers allowed the therapist to choose which people received the D-cycloserine and which received the placebo, and no randomization was used. Explain why such a method of randomization such a method of assignment might lead to an incorrect conclusion. So if you want to pause the video and give that a shot, that would be great. Okay, so, and this, by the way, is, I think, a very strong candidate to be the sort of problem that can be asked on this year's exam. So was this an experiment? The way if an experiment means a treatment is being imposed. And so basically and you have to say it in context, make sure you mention the context. Yes, it was an experiment, because a treatment was imposed, and I did not, and said, was this an experiment? That's not the way to answer that. I should have said an experiment. That was silly of me. An experiment. It's important to go back and check your answer, by the way. An experiment. It's an experiment because a treatment was imposed. All right, the 27 subjects were randomly assigned to receive the D-cycloserine pill or the placebo. So so there you go. So you had to say yes as an experiment because a treatment was imposed, which that wasn't a yes or no question. That was silly of me to answer that yes. But and then to make sure and state it in context. And then the next thing is based on this result, would they be justified in concluding that the D-cycloserine pill in 2 therapy sessions are as beneficial as 8 therapy sessions? Well, it's no, because they only compared it with 2 therapy sessions. They had the drug with 2 therapy sessions and the placebo with 2 therapy sessions. So we can't compare it with 8. And so that's what you needed to say there. So no, because only 2 therapy sessions were done on all the subjects in the experiment, we can only conclude that the D-cycloserine pill in 2 therapy sessions seems to work better than just 2 therapy sessions, not 8 therapy sessions. So that is it for that. And then lastly, why do you need random assignment? All right, why can't you just let the therapist decide that? Now, there's different ways you can answer that question. The main issue is the fact the therapist could create unequal groups for whatever reason. And randomization helps create groups that are relatively equal and evens out the effects of variables. So there's different things you could have said. The main thing you needed to said was that the groups could be different and then provide a reason. And so, how could that possibly happen that the groups can end up being different? And so this is what I said. The therapist may want to try to help people with more severe acrophobia. They may put these people in the drug group and put the less severe in the placebo group. Thus, the drug group has more room for improvement, and thus the drug group may have shown more improvement even if the drug really doesn't work. Or you could have said, maybe the therapists are financially interested in this and they want the drug to work. Okay, and so therefore they treated the drug group a little bit different. So it wasn't the drug that was working, it was the fact that the therapists were treating the people differently. But you had to basically explain it in the context of some confounding, is that it creates different groups and there's another variable that is causing the result, and you have to state the other variable causing the result. In this case, what I said was, because they had more room for improvement, it looks like they actually improved more when in fact maybe the drug really didn't work. And so that's it. That's your FRQ, for the day. I hope you enjoyed it in some sort of way and hope you're doing well. And if you have any questions, please send them to me.